baked ziti in the Ninja Foodi. And although there are plenty of recipes that work great in this device, baked ziti is one of the top. And that's because you pressure cook your pasta or your ziti for 1 minute, by the way, and then you build your baked ziti and you finish it with the air fryer part of this. It also works great with the Instapot Duo Crisp. It's hard to beat this type recipe. One pot and nothing else to wash, and you can make some really good baked ziti. There I am, John Sanders, also known as Jelly 007. Let's make some baked ziti. Okay, so for a couple of quick notes, right quick, here's what we're using tonight. It's the first time I've used it. It's called Ziti Rigotti. And if you look, it has ridges. I'm a big fan of ridges on pasta. In fact, if you've watched my macaroni and cheese, I always use a ridged pasta with that because I think it holds on to cheeses and sauces better. Now, this is just normal ziti. It is a different brand, but you can see it's slick and nothing wrong with that. But a lot of times this is hard to find. Well, here's what a lot of people use in its place, and sometimes they use it over that, and that is rigatoni, which has ridges. If you look right here, although it's two different brands again, they're almost identical. And just a large noodle with ridges, or if you can find ziti, just use ziti. The next thing is, I'm going to use my Fat Daddy-O. It's not a necessity. You don't have to. It just goes in my refrigerator better. And if you ask me, baked ziti is better or as good, if not better, the next day. So I will be able to get this in my refrigerator better than just using this right here. But by all means, you can make what we're about to do in this right here. And then if you either scoop it out and put it in something else or put that whole thing in your refrigerator. So wanted to get that out of the way right quick. We're about to start with, we'll not need this because I'm going to do the ziti or the ziti rigotti right here. I'm going to do 8 ounces of this 16-ounce box. That's all we're going to need tonight. 8 ounces. I'm going to put 3 cups of water in there, and we're going to do it for 1 minute under high pressure. Get that started, and I'll be right back. Okay, there is my 8 ounces of ziti rigotti. I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to put my 3 cups of water right there. I'm going to put a little bit of salt on it, and just about 2 of that right there. The thing is, I'm going to, I got to stir that just a little bit just to get that salt mixed up. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's obvious, but there it is. Now we're going to put the lid on it. Now you may wonder why I'm only doing 1 minute. Well, that's because I want it cooked shy of al dente. And I want it just a little bit, because we're going to bake it, for like 20 or 30 minutes. So, long story, but we want it to be a little shy of al dente. So that's what we're looking for. I got it on pressure, set to high. I've got it set to seal. We're going to take it, I did that wrong, but we're going to hit time. I'm going to take that down to 1 minute. Right there. Hit start. And when that's done, I'll take it out and I'll show you where we're at, which is, like I said, just a little shy of al dente. But once it cooks, once you do the baking part, it turns out perfect. Take my word. Be back. All right, it came to pressure quicker than I thought. So it's ready. All I got to do, 1 minute gone. I'm going to get that bled down. I still got to grate about another, a cup of mozzarella. Be back. Okay, in case you've ever looked at a way to test pasta, there it is. Now, it's sliding a little bit, but that's because it's not quite done. But take my word, that is perfect for what we're using it for. Anyhow, Get this done. Gotta get that cheese grated and I'll be right back. All right, I got the cheese grated, pretty much all of it. In fact, that's 8 ounces of mozzarella, and I'm gonna guess at around 8 ounces of parm. No big deal, it's not that critical. What we're gonna do now is the simple. Of course, you can make your own sauce, and I do that sometimes, but not tonight. We're going to just pour a little bit in there, right on the bottom. I'm going to shake that out a little bit. Now, I thought about putting a little more liquid on here, but I don't think so. The liquid's going to come from there, but these got a little tacky. They've been sitting there probably, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes. But you can see they're perfectly cooked. They're exactly what you want for this kind of dish. And I'm just going to spread a little bit right there. Then we're going to put just a little bit of parm. Like that. And I don't know how much of this I'm going to use. It's look and feel, but that is 8 ounces of, well, that's 8 ounces of mozzarella for sure, because that's what I graded, was an 8 ounce block. But what we're going to do is that right there. Kind of give me a layer, and it's all ever how you want to do it, you know. And then we're going to put the rest of the noodles right here, or the ziti. And then we're going to put some of the ricotta on there. So, and then we'll top it off with the rest of the sauce. I'm going to do that right there. Now I'm going to smear this. Just kind of put it in there. It ain't going to matter, because when it gets hot, it's going to melt down in there. I'm going to move this back just a little bit. This is a 15 ounce container. And it ain't got to be pretty. It ain't got to be perfect. You just put it in there. I'm telling you, it works. And just, so I'm probably using 3/4 of that, because that's where I'm going to stop right there. And just kind of smooth it around like this. And then we're going to put the red sauce, some more of the marinara on it. Once I get it pushed back to those edges. You know, I lied, I'm going to put just a little bit more. So I used almost all of that. So I'll say 12 ounces of ricotta. And it's all look and feel. And see, I just did it again. Didn't want to get that opened, but it ain't no crisis. None of it is. It all works. It all eats very well. So I'm going to do that right there. I love ricotta cheese. And you can see there's how it looks. Now, the rest, pretty much, of this right here. Just cover the top of it. And like I said, I'm using you can make your own, but there's nothing wrong with that right there. It makes it a lot easier, there's no doubt. Now I'm going to put some of this parm down. I'm probably not going to use all of that, because that's a good bit. But I'm going to put a layer of the Parmesan down. Maybe I am going to use it all, but maybe not. I'm not going to use it all. I'm pretty close, though, you can see. And then, well, hey, we love cheese. And then the the mozzarella. And that's what makes it ooey and gooey. And we got plenty of it in there. There's 8 ounces. So I'm going to wipe some of that off to keep it from burning on the side of my Fat Daddy-O. And got to find something to do that with. This right here will do it. Just going to run that around like this. And maybe that. Put that right there. Now, shake it around. There's what it looks like. Now, if you remember, I have this in there. And that's the only reason I have that there is to keep air flowing around all sides of the Fat Daddy-O. So I'm going to set that right in there like that. I'm going to close it. And we're going to do baked roast. I'm going to say $3.90. So I got to get temp. $3.90. And we're going to say 20 minutes for now. And we'll look at it then. We're going to be watching it along the way. So we're off and running. We'll see how it looks in just a few minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, so I just kind of took a peek, and it shocked me a little. We're at almost 12 minutes of cook time, and here's what it looks like. Pretty much perfect. And I mean, that's going to be hard to beat. So I'm not going to let it go any further. There's my finished product. I'm definitely going to let it cool off a minute. And we're going to cut some out of there and put it on a plate. I'll be back. All right, I'm about to try to cut this out. It's probably been, I don't know, 10 minutes. And I want to make sure it's ready. And I think it is. I'm going to cut that because that cheese layer is absolutely excellent. And I am anxious to see how it comes out of there. So I'm going to cut me a slice right there just like this. And I'm fixing to get that out of there. Let's see if I can. I say I am. Let's see. And that works. We're going to get some more. I say the ricotta and the, and the mozzarella and all of the above. And it looks excellent. So, baked ziti in the Ninja Foodi. And I'm fixing to put some of that salad right there with it. And taste it. So I'll be right back. All right, there it is. Baked ziti at your house, as good as you'll get anywhere, in one pot. I want to try and show you how well the pasta is done. And I mean, it's quick, it's easy, and it's really good. And there's many variations you can do. I mean, you can add meats and sausage or beef, but watch this. That's perfect pasta. I don't know how else, I don't know how you get it much closer than that. I mean, that is, it's right. It's perfect al dente pasta, and it's got an excellent flavor. I used the marinara I used, nothing wrong with it. I'm sure you have your own, but that is as good as any I've ever ate, baked ziti. Anyhow, thank y'all for watching. I love y'all all, like always. And please share and subscribe and like. That's all a big deal nowadays, a little more than it used to be, seems like. So if you can like, share, and subscribe, and click the little bell when you subscribe, I would appreciate it. Y'all come back to see me, make you some baked ziti in your Ninja Foodi or your Instant Pot Duo Crisp. Love y'all all. Have a good night. Bye-bye.